This fruit is a revolution because the banana is actually a grass.
Are you serious?
I know without knowing, keep talking, not showing. Got asked, I'm floating, no facts, just coasting. Mars, maybe, myths kinda crazy. Quantum, sure. Wine talk, pure.
Hey there, fellow galaxy travelers. Welcome to the Bluffer's Guide to the Galaxy. Alright, so in this very first video, we're diving headfirst into one of the oldest and most elegant arts in the universe. Bluffing. First thing first, bluffing is not the same thing as BS. BS is all about your personal stories. Bluffing is about the information itself. Never make it personal. Keep the spotlight on the idea, not on you. Let's face it, folks, nobody knows everything anymore. Things got complicated. There's too much info. Even Google sometimes goes, no clue, bro. Even ChatGPT? Yeah, it occasionally makes stuff up with a very confident smile. So what do? Easy. We learn that even Google the noble art of sounding like we know a lot, with very little actual knowledge. Ready? Buckle up. Let's do this.
You know, the sewer system of Paris actually laid the foundation for modern urban planning.
Go on.
Rule number 1, you start the convo. The easiest way to look like you know what you're talking about? Be the first one to talk. Seriously, don't play defense. Go full offense from the jump. When you speak first, you're not just starting a conversation, you're setting the entire stage. What you bring up becomes the main topic. Boom.
Thing is, the Higgs boson wasn't exactly found. What they actually found was the absence of it, which kind of shows us that existence has always been flirting with nothingness.
Even if someone in the room is smarter, they now have to play by your rules. You wrote the script. They're just guest stars. And remember, a bluffer never defends. Once you start explaining, you're losing. Start bold. Sound like the expert. Rule number 2, speak in generalizations. Details? Dangerous. The more details you drop, the more chances you have to get caught. Say stuff like, that issue's way more complex than people think, or there's a whole set of layered dynamics behind this. Maybe toss in, it's really a structural problem when you look closely. Bam. You've just turned a topic into a foggy forest where no one can see the trail, but they'll all nod along. It's not about what you say, it's about how vaguely yet wisely you say it. Big-sounding generalizations cover up small knowledge holes.
The point is that all major transformations in history have occurred either through a crisis or by chance.
Yes, exactly.
Rule number 3, it's all about that tone. This one's huge. People don't remember facts. They remember how you said stuff. Confidence is greater than content. Every time. Start your sentences like, well, this has always been a highly debated topic. Add a slow blink. Maybe a little eyebrow raise. Boom. You're a sage now. Here's a trick. Even if you don't know Jack, talk like you once taught this stuff at Harvard back in 2004.
Everyone's trying to come up with solutions. Yeah, solutions. But let's be real. That's what ordinary people do. You know who really starts the game? The ones bold enough, crazy enough, visionary enough to actually create the problem in the first place.
That's how bluffing works. Say something with confidence, even if it's total nonsense, and people go, wait, is it me? Did I just not get it? No hesitations. No thinking. Just smooth, self-loving delivery. Speak slowly, clearly, and with just the right amount of arrogance. Make your audience think, wait, is this person dropping ancient wisdom on us right now? That's the sweet spot. Rule number 4, that's defense. Attack. If you're gonna bluff, don't settle for boring answers. Bluffing isn't about having answers. It's about controlling the questions. Don't ask for approval. Don't nod nervously. Don't write your way through it. Ask. Direct. Dominate. Drop this one. What's your take on it? Suddenly, you're the one steering the ship.
Why do you think the lion statues in Rome always have their mouths closed?
I don't know. Are they really like that?
Yes, they are.
Rule number 5. Don't talk too much. Just talk right. Word salad? Not your friend. The more you say, the more chances you give people to poke holes in it. So go for short, sharp, punchy sentences. Make it sound like you thought deeply for days, but decided to keep it simple for now. Don't explain. Don't ramble. Think. Mic drop vibes, not podcast monologue.
Actually, Schrodinger's cat issue.
Rule number 6. Learn a few sexy keywords. The bluffing ninja's greatest weapon? Not facts. Not experience. Buzzwords. You only need a few. Like in philosophy? Say dialectics. Physics? Drop quantum entanglement. Cultural theory? Flex with semiotics. Most folks don't know what they mean. they won't admit it. So they just go,
For example, the energy density of lithium metal anodes is 70% higher than that of classic graphite anodes. This incredibly...
wow. Pro tip, the fanciest word in your sentence? That word's the alpha. Rule number 7, know when to change the subject. Look, sometimes things get dicey. You're losing grip, questions are flying, it's getting hot. Time to pivot. Say, well, that's a whole other conversation. Boom, new topic. You're back in charge. And whatever you do, don't panic. Stay chill. Smile. Nod. Bluff on. Someone drops a term you don't know. Don't freak. Just slide things back to the area you kinda know. Own the field. Or make a new one. Smooth and sneaky, like we were always heading here anyway.
Recent studies show polymer chains breaking down to just 20 nanometers and making it into brain tissue.
Oh, glass. Can you guess which ancient civilization first used glass jars?
Rule number 8. Don't attack the info, attack the perspective. Sometimes someone calls you out. They got facts. They got sources. Oh, here's your way out. Don't fight the data, fight their worldview. Say things like, wow, do you just memorize this stuff all day? Or, you know, I think we need to look at this beyond numbers.
Austerlitz in 1805, then Wagram 1809, Leipzig 1813.
Wait, do you seriously memorize that stuff? Like, do you not have a life?
It's a mindset thing. You're not arguing the facts. You're reframing the whole conversation. This isn't analysis. This is Jedi-level perception management. Rule number 9. When cornered, trash the idea of knowledge itself. Okay, worst case. You're surrounded. They got the dates, the numbers, the sources. You're outgunned. So what now? Easy. Just casually say something like, you know what? People put way too much faith in facts. That's the problem. Suddenly, it's not about you being wrong. It's about society being broken. And who's going to argue with that?
It's not about knowing stuff, it's how you use it. Del squared phi equals 0. I just gave you a super specific piece of info. Now let's see, how are you going to use that?
Rule number 10. The golden rule. Don't get caught. Let's be real. If people start calling you a bluffer, you already lost the game. See, the art of bluffing? It's all about leaving a mark without drawing attention. So here's the most important rule of them all. No one should ever know you're bluffing. Seriously, if you pulled it off right, no one's going to be like, hey, that guy's bluffing. Nope. They'll call you analytical, visionary, someone who sees the big picture, maybe even a strategic thinker. But the moment someone goes, wait a second, that's not quite right, and you freeze, you panic, you got nothing, boom. That's when your name goes from legend to just another wannabe bluff artist. And here's the real kicker. People only call someone a bluffer when the bluff fails. Because a true bluffer, they never get caught. They convince everyone so hard that even if someone suspects something, they're never 100% sure. But the ones who get called out, they're not bluffers. They're just folks who tried to bluff and flopped.
You can always tell a Scorpio by the way they pause before they answer. It's a dominance thing.
Oh my God, my ex was exactly like that.
And one last thing I gotta say, all these rules of bluffing, yeah, even they might be a bluff. Every strategy we talked about, every clever little trick, think of them like lines from a play. They sound smart, they feel powerful, but they're not truth with a capital T. Because bluffing doesn't come from a rulebook. It comes from reading the room, from knowing the vibe, from catching the moment and owning it.
So listen to this. Last week, I had this tech guy in my chair. I told him, dude, you can't just go to Mars without double checking the autonomous systems. They haven't been tested enough yet.
Now, if you got your own favorite bluffing tactics, drop M in the comments. And in our next Bluffers video, we're going to tackle a whole new topic. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next videos. See you in the next one. Take care and keep bluffing.
I know without knowing, keep talking, not showing. Got asked, I'm floating, no facts, just coasting. Mars, maybe, myths kinda crazy. Quantum, sure. Wine talk, pure. I always got takes on planets and fakes, on gods and on cheese. I bluff with such ease, world spins, I speak truth, waits, I sneak, drop lines, then dip my nonsense slick. So here we begin, pretending to win. Do I know stuff? Nah, but I sell it like ah.